On to race 7 then, second last on the programme at Happy Valley, Class 3 over the 1,800 metres, headed by Delightful Lau. Karis Teeton off the inside gate behind Tasha Delic last time out. That was over the 1,650, so Tasha Delic returns but comes up in trip. Namjong Plus ran second in that race. Flash Famous finished in 9th place. Yang Bai Chi behind London Hall at Shartin. Last time out, Wealthy Delight also coming out of the Tasha Delic race. Clement Legends first up for the season. Stimulations, of course, and distance winner last season. Down to Red Elise up in class here. He's had 22 tries in this grade without winning, but a number of minor placings. Flash Famous, Clement Legend and Stimulation Mark are the horses that have been on the road up to Jungfar.
Let's see what the speed map says here, Andrew. It says it's good to slow with Flash Famous out in front, hopefully not having to do the work he did last time from a wider draw. Tashi Delic outside of him. Red Elise, Stimulation, Tengmere and above 3 wide. Cheng Bai Chi the centre. Wealthy Delight, beautiful run on the rail in front of Delightful Lau and Xanthus, and your mate Paul Namjong Plus coming at them late.
Exactly, he's got the wide draw, but look, Delightful Lau in the inside there in the blue saddlecloth, he goes really nicely. With Stimulation, their race rivals coming up, stablemates here, of course, working together, but nice piece from both these two running around on Wednesday night. Namjong Plus, he's going well enough, and it was a good run from him last time behind Tasha Delic. He does meet him better at the weights, but barrier 11 was just a query for him, but his work's good and he looks in good order. Does Namjong Plus. And Wealthy Delight, another one that's only had the 2 starts, goes comfortably enough in his track work by Lord Kanaloa, this horse. Barrier number 2 for him up to 1,800.
Yeah, interesting, just his 3rd start as well. And he's coming out of the first race that we'll have a look at here as well. Tasha Delic wins, Namjong Plus, Delightful Lau, Wealthy Delight, Mark. What order do they finish in this time round though?
Gutsy performance Tasha Delic here, Andrew, but Wealthy Delight is the one to beat. He's shown such good improvement between his first and second runs. He's trying to work out here behind Namjong Plus, who runs on. He just seems to be getting better and better in a short career so far, Paul. Wealthy Delight.
Yeah, I like Delightful Lau's run out of that though as well. He's only had the 5 starts here, and he's showing he's back to some of that form when he did win fresh up. I thought he hit the line well.
All right, we continue our tour around the apartments of Racecourse Gardens now as we knock on Neil Callan's door.
Neil, Shanghai Chi, you've had quite a bit to do with this horse. He's had a couple of runs in. He's at his right sort of rating from the looks of things. He's drawn well. What do you make of his chances for Wednesday night?
Yeah, I think he's racing well in his last run. A little bit unlucky, but the time before when I rode him first up, he was in need of the run, so you can see he's improved since then. And you know, you can see from his past win that his optimum distance is probably the 1,800. And from a good draw, hopefully can, you know, he's not naturally a horse that's going to hunt up and be close to the speed, but you just got to give him a bit of a chance to let him find his feet, and then he shows a good kick. But look, the way his runs are progressing and the way he looks and a good draw, it looks like it's got all the ingredients for a good run.
Do you think he's better suited at Happy Valley?
Yeah, I think the more genuine end-to-end pace suits him a lot better. When he did win his race, they went a little bit hard up front, and they kept the momentum going, and he just sat at the back, and he slipped through the inside and he showed a very good turn of foot. So I'll be hoping to try and, or hopefully he can replicate that sort of performance that gives him every chance to win.
Overall, what do you make of your book of rides for the Valley on Wednesday?
Yeah, I've got 6 rides. I think they're all very competitive chances. You know, obviously you need a bit of luck, especially going around the Valley, but a few of them have good draws. A couple of them have tricky draws, but I think in the overall context of the look of rides that I have, I think they're quite decent. We just need a little bit of luck, like as always.
He's already won the one race, Yang Bai Chi, but he's pretty honest outside of that. Gets barrier 3. Neil Callan on board there. We move on to Red Elise. As I mentioned before, Mark, his record in this grade, well, isn't a winning one from 22 starts, but he's never too far away.
I wonder where he got one of those chairs from that Neil was sitting in. Biggest chair you've ever seen. Red Elise, yeah, 22 starts for 6 placings. Andrew is still a maiden in, but he comes back up with confidence, Paul. He's at 20 to 1 at the moment, drawn barrier number 6. In his favour is Derek Lung's had a good week or two, so that's not going to hinder his chances.
No, and with that lightweight, look, he's a very honest horse, and I managed to find a spot for him. I think he can compete at the bottom of Class 3, so he deserves his chance. He's in form.
All right, that is Red Elise. He's a 20 to 1 shot as well, but it's Wealthy Delight. The Tasha Delic form, is that the race we need to be looking at, Paul?
Yeah, I think it is, but I'm going to take a different horse out of it, and that's Delightful Lau. I just like the way he hit the line. It was a really good run from him. Namjong Plus comes out of that same race, so 1 to beat 3. Red Elise with the lightweight. I'm going to throw above, and he's only going to have his second start for the new stable. He steps up to 1,400 metres, and he did win a couple of races quite impressively last season. So I expect him to be running on at the end. 1, 3, 12, 10.
With Wealthy Delight, the natural improvement should continue here from his first 2 starts. He's definitely going the right way. He's got a low draw of 2, Matthew Chadwick for John Size. Tengmi's going in for second. Notoriously races better at Happy Valley. He was okay first up. Never really in it at Sha Tin, but he comes back to his favourite track. Namjong Plus will be charging home late from the wide barrier, and Delightful Lau will get back, and he always runs on. 7, 11, 3 and 1.
Wealthy Delight for me as well. I think really interesting campaign. He's gone 12, 16, 50 straight up to the 1,800 metres. He wins race 7 for mine. One more race to go then. Race number 8 plus all the best bets. That comes up next.